What up, gang? How you guys all doing today? Just doing a audio check here, as I always do. Can you guys hear me okay? What's going on, Surfside? Kamya? What's going on? Robert? Andik? Zafi? Zaphype? Vic? OB? What's going on? What's going on, Chris? Sweet. All right, give me a sec here, guys. I'm just gonna like change up my lighting here for a little bit because my kids are sleeping, so I'm gonna turn off the light where I am and use the big ass white light I got going on here. Just hang tight, okay? I'll be right back, gang. Good morning, Devon. How's it going, man? I have to ask, did any of y'all catch this short? What a move on the market. What's going on, Ibrahim? Doing good, doing good. I got my bubble tea here. Another brand. I posted it on Instagram. It's actually pretty hard to pronounce, probably for those who don't have the Asian tongue here. But these guys are really like if you're near Vancouver, anyone who's watching from Vancouver, this is a solid brand. If you like fruit teas, they're like the probably one of the best. And they're not a chain either. They're like a mom and pop shop. Nice job, Leo. Good catch. Good catch. I got my piece of the pie on the market already as well on my Take Profit Trader Pro account as the streak continues with that account. I'm actually moving that account aside today because I really don't want to touch it too much. I don't want to over push my index on that one. I'm probably going to make it a point to kind of update you guys on how that's going as well. As you guys know, over our prior stream, I locked in some profits and then I traded a little bit over New York, so I increased that daily profit. If you guys remember, I finished off my last stream, I think up like $2,200 or $2,100 in profit on the Take Profit Trader Pro account. I was able to rack up another $1,300 over the New York session. So basically requesting a total payout of like $3,000 after the 20% fee's been taken by TPT. So anyways, I'm waiting for them to approve it, and then just like the last stream, I'll show you guys live that I'm doing it again, so you guys know, and I'll request the payout again. There'll be another daily payout locked in. And so technically speaking, that's what I'm saying with the account that I have right now. I don't want to tamper with it because I got a good chunk of change in that one as well. So I'm not going to trade my TPT Pro tonight. I'm actually going to leave it alone. I've got good profits on it. I don't want to push my luck, especially with the way the market's moving right now. So I'm actually moving over to one of my Lucid Max payout accounts. Sorry, not payout, Lucid Max accounts. As you guys know, if you guys are following me on Instagram, you guys already know that I'm capped out with Lucid. So since returning back from the cooldown period, they're allowing me to trade with a Lucid Max eval instead, which is a little bit different. I've already passed one of the accounts. I literally took my last trade to pass it today. So I think I'm just waiting for activation on that. So I'm starting up another eval on the Lucid Max, and I'm going to try to run that up as well. So we'll see what we'll do. I'm going to wait for people to kind of roll in a little bit here. And then from there, I am going to provide a breakdown on the charts, basically kind of where we were basically today, coming on a New York session as always, kind of building on that conversation, just so that just because I don't trade New York with you guys doesn't mean we can't talk about it. So we'll do a little bit of that as well. Okay, gang? Give me a second here. Just catching up with the chat here. You know, Kamiya, I was actually with my students earlier today because Wednesdays I usually do huddles with them. And I was actually just chatting with them saying that, I don't trust this all-time high break. And I didn't really want to take it at all. So I actually didn't take any of the trade. When it was like the entire move up, I didn't take it. There was probably only one point that I was open to taking that trade. And again, I'll talk about it later on. But that was pretty much it. Once we missed that move, had no interest. I sat on my hands and I kind of created a game plan out about like what I would be interested for longs if we got it. Otherwise, my short plan would be option B. Now, in my short plan, I obviously had no idea it was going to melt down this much. So I still got my piece of the pie. I'm happy with it. But honestly, what a wild move down to the downside. So obviously, congratulations to anyone who caught this short trade on the NQ. It's been an absolute banger. Just going through the chat here. Yeah, I saw that. I'm reading your comments. Yes, I caught a bit of that short. Didn't catch the whole thing, but I got a piece of it. Gandhi, my man, you beast. How many points you rack, man? How many points did you rack on that short? Short. Nice, nice. G Money, you caught it. Well done. Hey, man, anyone who missed it, don't feel FOMO. I can't even stress this enough. I say this over and over and over again. You will have plenty of opportunity to catch more, man. It may not come every day, but all you can really do is learn from these moments, right? And prepare yourself for the next opportunity. Oh, Devon. Hey, you got a piece of it, man. That's all that matters. Oh, sorry to hear about you blowing your funded man, Jerzen. Yeah, man. FOMC is tough, man. FOMC is tough. I didn't touch a FOMC at all. Yeah, nice job, Johnny. Leo, I love that. I love that you're finding some solid strides individually trading them, and I'm absolutely hoping that it's helping out your mentals as well. Yeah, Gandhi, right on. I mean, that's pretty much what I do too, man. Like, this is what I talk about not over pushing my luck. Like, if my funded accounts that I have are like feeling good, like we're at a good balance, or even mentally, maybe mentally I'm like living on a little bit of euphoria, I generally will just kind of lock it up and I don't even bother trading. So like for nights like tonight, this is perfect because my lucid max evals, I need to build them up anyway. So I'm like, I'm just going to use the stream to do that. So we'll see how we do with that. Livia, yeah, man. Honestly, I've always been a fan of the Asia session. But with that said, though, guys, if this is your first time trading Asia, like these past few months, you got to make sure you like remind yourself that these aren't always the normal market conditions for Asia. It's definitely much more volatile these days than it has been historically when I was trading them. So there are pros and cons to both sides of it. But yeah, Asia, I would say Asia and London have been, I don't want to say more predictable, but the price action has been more manageable to trade in comparison to New York. At least that's kind of how I've been feeling about it. With that said, I don't get to trade New York much these days. I pretty much get to watch the chart in hindsight, honestly, because of the way that things are now for me. But yeah, I don't really know why the dump. I haven't caught up with the news yet. %100% surf, man. Shake it off. My man Gandhi just catching a 300-point trade like it's just another walk in the park. Let's go. Nice done, man. Nicely done. What's going on, Woozy? The alpha account, actually, thank you, Leo, for asking. It has not been doing that great. I think like my rotation, like, you know how I tell you guys that I rotate my accounts? So the first day when I told you that I hit my loss limit, I obviously moved on and I started trading other accounts. And then the next day I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to start with my alpha account. I'm going to use another account instead. And then as I'm rotating through the accounts, I get to my alpha account and then I take a loss on that account again. So I was like, man. So my luck with the alpha account has not been that great. I'm pretty close to losing it actually. So that one's no bueno. So right now, the ones that are most in the green for me are my Take Profit Trader Pro accounts. And I have a Top Step account that's got some green on it, but like not enough for me to even like take anything with it. And then now I'm working on the Lucid. So I still have the Alpha Futures account, but it's not doing so well, man. I mean, I guess that's what it is too. As I'm rotating accounts, that's kind of just the luck of the draw for me too. Yeah, man, 100%. Crazy, man, just crazy. How many people are on the stream now? Let's just check. We got 141. If you guys can drop a thumbs up, you know the drill, gang. We're gonna do another giveaway tonight. Let me just double check to make sure what codes I've got for tonight. Yeah, we're gonna do another giveaway tonight, guys. It'll be for an Apex 50K end of day drawdown account. Let's drop some thumbs up. Again, my expectation for thumbs up are gonna only rise over the course of weeks and weeks and weeks. I think the new number that we're rolling with is 200 thumbs up per stream at least before we can do that giveaway. And just some subscribes as well would mean a lot. What's going on, George? Good to see you in here. Night Owl, what's up? What's up? All right, so I'm not gonna be able to catch up on the chat for a little bit because I am gonna dive into the chart now because I know you guys are obviously wanting me to do this as well. What I'm gonna do is just to help it out is I'm gonna go into the charts. We're gonna talk about the New York session. We're gonna talk about the current session as well. I'm gonna touch on both NQ and I'm gonna touch on gold. As soon as I'm done going over the review, I'm gonna type some just notes out on the chart here just so that for people who are kind of copying in the stream, they don't have to keep asking me over and over again, why did I do this or what am I looking at and what have you, right? So the first thing that I'm gonna definitely put up here is this. I gotta put this comment out so that anyone who hops on the stream right now knows what their job is, what the assignment is. Thumbs up, 200 plus for a 50K end of day Apex giveaway. I'm leaving that right here. And I'm going to make that nice and big for anyone who hops in the stream right now. That's the assignment, gang. That's the assignment. All right. So actually, I'm going to copy this so I can move this over to the gold chart as well because we'll need it for the gold chart. There you go. There you go. All right. So, I'm at the gold chart anyways. Let's talk about gold first, right? So going into the New York session, let's talk about how we ended off. So as you can kind of see here over our session last night, pretty much gold melted off. If you guys remember what I said, like I'm still bearish on gold. Like there's no reason for me to be looking for longs on gold right now. I'm super bearish, right? That's my sentiment on it. And it continues to prove the case. Like we are showing no signs of it. If you guys are watching the streams, you guys will remember these marked levels and marked points that I have. And although my red lines will get reset it after every session, my white lines, on the other hand, my AOIs, they don't change that often actually. I usually keep them on for quite a long time until I feel like they truly don't make sense to have them anymore. So if you see here, coming into the New York session, the first thing we did was that we came down and we, to the wick, bounced off our 4522.6 level, right? And then we pushed back and we started grinding our way back up, trending up, as you can see, right? We started making our moves up towards the area of interest. And then you can see here, the moment we got to the 4577.5 area of interest, we halted and then we double topped. And that double top, which also broke the trend line here, for those who are trend line traders, it pretty much sent us down from there, right? And so I don't know if I would have played this long over New York. Like I said, I'm in a very bearish sentiment right now. I don't know if I would have touched that long, to be perfectly honest. I think knowing me, I probably would have just kept my hands free. This double top, though, I would have really liked that. I wouldn't have entered immediately off the double top, but this would have definitely caught my interest for shorts. If you like to play the trend lines, I mean, you can see here after we broke beneath and we opened beneath the trend line. This offered a nice 9-point risk opportunity and then 9-point trade to the downside, right? And again, you can kind of push your way down and see from the low of the move was about 37 points worth, right? So that was a really solid trade on gold that could have been taken. And then you can see coming into our current session as well. So I guess I'll leave off with the fact that that's why these reference points for me are so key, right? You either longed off the level or you shorted the double top of my area of interest, right? Coming into today, we opened up, we basically tested the New York opening print that we had over the New York session, as you can see here, and I'll zoom in case you guys can't see that. And by the way, if you guys are typing in the chat, I'll catch up on the chat later on. I just want to do the trade review with you guys first. You can see here that we've literally wicked the New York opening print. We reclaimed back above Globex, and then we just grinded up, right? It didn't move as hard and as fast as the New York session did, but it still made a really nice move to the upside. Now, as soon as we broke the level, and I'm seeing this a lot lately because I made the same comment over New York as well, that I find that we are getting a lot of fake out breakouts. I feel like we're getting that often. And this is kind of one of those moments where we moved up, we consolidated, we looked like we were trying to create a break and retest to continue this move up from, level to level, so to speak. But we just never got that, right? So even coming into the day, we see that we melted off, came down. So this is what I would have liked. So you guys are probably starting to see this more and more. And understand what I kind of look for. But the way that we move down here this way, we tested this level here at 4573, and then we pushed up, halted at VWAP, and then also held beneath the area of interest, that same area of interest, by the way, guys, right? We did this, and then we melted off. And I want to highlight again this area of interest, right? We double topped off that over New York. And coming into today, I'm zooming in now. Same thing again, right? Same thing again. And that, again, offering a short opportunity, depending on where you would have want to short it, whether it's the first candle, the second candle, or the third candle. That obviously will decide how much risk you put on, right? But honestly, like 1R would have been a fairly piece of cake, to be honest. The total move would have been worth 22 points. So that would have been about a, what is that? A 3.6R trade to the downside. So that's kind of the quick overview of gold. And if you guys are just rolling in right now, please drop a thumbs up, gang. When we get to 200 thumbs up on the stream, I will do a 50K giveaway, which basically means even if you get the 200 thumbs up, like within half an hour, I'll start doing it immediately. So anyways, that's the gold trade review. So I wanted to provide that insight. Now I'm going to hop right into the New York session, okay? And again, after I do this, I will catch up on the chat and we'll chat a little bit more. So you guys know, we've talked about this. You know this channel. I talked about it on stream multiple times. I've been posting it on Instagram as well. The channel, right? And just for those who are tuning into the stream for the first time, this channel is essentially the low of day of the Monday New York session. And so we've been watching this, we've been trading it, we've been talking about it, and it's been a banger for us to watch, to be honest, right? Over that session, we talked about the short, and unfortunately for me, if you guys remember on the stream, right, it literally missed my target by 0.75, went up. And obviously, usually I don't move my stop losses. You guys know I don't like doing that, but I did because I was like, you know what? I'm going to be signing off stream here, so I don't want to hold on for it too long. I got stopped out, and then literally 3 minutes after I logged off, you guys probably saw it, it came back down and hit my TB. So I was like, it is what it is. It's part of the game, right? But that happened, right? But you can see though, like, again, if you just held that trade that I had entered over the stream, it gave you a solid move, and it came all the way down and it tested that Globex area, right? It tested that Globex area. And so a short play, I don't remember the exact, it was here. It was here. I remember now. You guys will remember this. Hold on. This. I had my TP literally at VWAP and it missed me by 0.75. And then it moved up and then came right back down and hit my TB right after. So I think the trade was like, the entry was roughly around here, if I remember correctly. And so anyways, if you would have held this trade, right, down to Globex, that was a solid 86-point short trade to the downside, right? And so again, from an opportunity perspective, that was easily a 5.5R short to the downside, which would have been nice for it. So if anyone did end up holding on to it, obviously great, kudos to you. Now coming into the New York session, what did we do? We came down, we spiked my area of interest here at 27,131, and pretty well as well, right? And then we started making higher lows and we started climbing, right? So this is where it gets a little tricky here, because personally, I probably would have wanted to short this over here if I was trading during the New York session, assuming that I didn't long, I would have probably wanted to short this, and I don't know if I would have gotten what I wanted. Like, I just don't know how many points that is. Let's just see. Yeah, 1R, sure, but anything more than 1R would have gotten stopped out. But the beautiful channel, guys, the same beautiful channel. So we came up over New York. What did we do? We consolidated, we shot down, bounced off VWAP, came back up. What did we do again? Put in another potential lower high, double top right at the channel to the freaking wick, basically, if you look at it, right? And then from there, we came back down and retested the New York opening of print again. So just whether you took the short trade up here down to VWAP for about 38 points, give or take, or you took your short trade over here off the double top or lower high, that would have given you about 80 points to the downside, right? Assuming that you took profit there, right? But overall, you can see that that channel has played a very large level of importance for us over the course of these past few sessions. I would say all week long it has played a role, right? And then we obviously had our spikes and moves here. So again, if you're just rolling in, drop a like, drop a thumbs up, please. We're going to do a giveaway for a 50K account. I'm leaving that there. Now that leads us coming into our current session. This was wild. I saw it happen and I just kind of left it alone. I didn't do anything. I just watched it and said, whatever, man, I can't watch this. It is what it is. And I let it run, right? We let it run up. When we came down here, this is what caught my interest. So this was probably the only entry that was worth taking for longs. And this was the double bottom hold. So we kind of essentially created a spot here. Now, actually, I have it on my other channel here. So you can see here on the 5-minute time frame, I had a area of interest here, and we essentially double bottomed here after that big move up. What I also liked about it is that we double bottomed here and we also nicely hugged the 9 EMA. So this was literally the only long I would have even been remotely open to taking. Once we broke the all-time highs, I had zero interest in taking this. Like, I know some people were probably trying to trail this and try to take more. I had zero interest in taking this, right? I don't like trading in the middle of nowhere. And so what I said actually in my game plan, I said that I wanted to look to see if we can get a bounce back down for higher, or if this scenario did not play out, what I was looking for was for us to come back down, test the VWAP, which also just so happens to be that channel that I drew here to represent the top of range there. That would have bounced up back up to the all-time high, and I would have looked for a short. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. And of course, things don't always go as planned. And what we saw instead was a complete meltdown to the downside. But you can see again, we respected this area of interest, this 27,389. We spiked up, we consolidated here for a bit, right? But we still held beneath the level. And then after that, we basically, and I'll just show you the other time frame as well, we held beneath the level. I also had another area of interest here, but pretty much from that point on, we melted all the way down here. This brings us back to where we are at this very moment in time. But I also want you to pay attention to this, right? Do you remember this channel, guys? The channel we've been talking about over and over and over again? Look what we're doing again. I can't make this stuff up, gang. I can't make it up. it's like clockwork, right? And so right here, right now, 2R trade would have been locked in. I know I've been talking this entire time, so obviously I didn't do anything with this, but 2R trade would have been locked in just like that, right? So that's kind of the overview of the NQ and the gold from what we talked about last stream coming into the New York session and then now coming into the Asia pre-London session now, okay? So we can see that we've got that. I also had this spot of interest that I marked on my 5-minute time frame. Interesting hold. I was not sure if I was going to expect that, but we'll see. We're pretty weak right now, so I do think the market's going to keep continuing lower and lower. But anyways, so that's kind of the quick trade for you guys. Like, it's been crazy. We've made a large move already. Remember the streams we've been talking about average range? Like, we've had a massive move today, guys. So this is one of those scenarios where, like, if we have had a massive move, we just got to anticipate that our stop losses have to be a little bit more forgiving, because I think if you're used to dropping 5 to 10 point stop losses, it might not work with the current average range. So this is the type of stuff we talk about when we talk about like understanding your market conditions and trading those market conditions, right? So just a few of my 2 cents here. I know I've been like rambling on for a long time here, so I am gonna flip back over to the chat. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm just gonna check in with the chat again here and catch up on all the things I may have just missed already. All right. No soul shift. I know you probably just logged on. You probably missed the part where I made the comment. I actually have not been having good luck with the alpha futures. So as you know, I rotate my accounts every so often, and it just so happens every single time I've rotated to my alpha account, the trade I took was a losing trade. So I'm actually like probably only one trade away from blowing that account right now. So unfortunately, not going well with that. My Take Profit Trader Pro account, on the other hand, though, I'm on a hot streak with this one. I'm actually 3 days back to back already, and I've already locked in my 4th day. So as usual, I'm going to continue doing this on stream so that you guys can see it for transparency and so that you guys know that I'm not just pulling your leg on this one, but I should be approved for my payout soon. And then so I'll request for my payout again, and you guys can see that. My Take Profit Trader Pro account, for those who are just hopped in as well, I already locked in my profits again for this trading session. So I don't know if I want to trade it. So right now I'm actually trading one of my Lucid Max evals that I got to work on. Anyways, because I got to build that back up now that I am allowed to trade Lucid again after being capped out. But yeah, I'm on a hot streak with Take Profit Trader Pro, which honestly, that's the one that probably counts the most anyways. Like alpha futures, don't get me wrong, would have been cool to be able to like take that to payout with you guys on stream, like from day to day to day. But unfortunately, it's just not working out. I mean, game of probability, right? But the Take Profit Trader Pro is much valued because I'm literally getting paid daily using that account. So yeah. The TPT account Disco that I'm using right now is the same 150K account that I've been using for the past 3 days. It's the same one. I haven't blown it yet. Hey, what's going on, Vernati? Hello, Connor. I placed the 27 I didn't even know it was there, and I checked back hours later. I'm down. Oh man, Vernati, I'm so sorry. Honestly, man, guys, like if there's anything that you guys need to know, you guys need to make sure that whenever you guys are done trading, and I get it, I've done it before, it freaking sucks. I've literally had that notification on my phone go up, say order filled, while I'm in a shower before. Like it's happened, and I panicked, right? You got to make sure that you clear your orders after you're done trading, no matter what. Just you don't want to fall into that situation, man. It's like the worst. Stacks Networks. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm the Asian rake trades, my man. What up, Moroki? The white lines B4B are basically areas of interest on a chart that I have. So they're separate from the levels. That's how I color code them, so I'm like, I can think differently between them. What up, Jeremy? I always appreciate you hopping into the chat, man. I know it's so late for you. I appreciate you tuning in, brother. Yeah, man, Kamya. Important channel, man. Important. All right. What do you think NQ will go long back by New York session? I will take a look at the chart and see. I don't like to speculate, but we'll see. I'll take a look at where the chart is. I mean, I don't think we're going to melt forever. I'll have to search it up too because I don't know what news drove this. If there is even any news for that matter. For now, I'm going to keep looking for shorts, to be honest. Like we just need to play this continuation. Don't fight the trend. In short since 2789, 2789. So one of my students right now is in a short from 2789. I assume that's probably your stop loss. You're shooting for 2R, 40 points. Oh, Buljeet, did you hit your TP? Oh yeah, you did. I'm just like literally reading through the chat. Nice work, Buljeet. So she's been on fire, guys. If you guys have been streaming last stream as well, so she's one of my students. She took a trade last week, actually last session, sorry, twice and locked in 2 dubs. And here she is again, locking in another dub. I love it, man. Good work. Nice job, Gandhi. Love it. Yeah, Jeremy, I usually, because I don't copy trade, right? So like, especially if I'm like juggling multiple prop firms, it just doesn't make sense for me to have like multiple. Like I have no incentive to carry like 5 accounts with a prop firm. Like it just doesn't really make sense because I'm rotating them anyways. But like what I'll do sometimes, and what usually encourages me to do it, is that if I'm trading my funded and I'm content with the day, I don't want to do any more damage to it, I don't want to risk any more, then I'll scoop up an eval and I'll trade that. And like if it just so happens to make it to pass, then congratulations to me, I get another funded account. Anyone who's been following me for long enough will know like from the very beginning, I would very often have lots of accounts literally pending to be activated just because of the accounts I passed, right? So, but I don't trade all of them all the time though. Because honestly, if you try to trade all of them all the time, you end up forcing trades. Shawnee boy. Honestly, as far as advice goes, man, there isn't really much advice because your P&L, it does not matter actually. If this is your first time tuning, I guess I should always say this because sometimes people might mistake my tone for like disrespect. When I make my comment of your 650 doesn't matter, I'm telling you that as advice. Like in the end of the day, when we're trading, the market doesn't care about what things look like for us. So mentally, nothing should change for you. As far as anything goes for you, brother, you just keep trading that account the way that you've been trading and get that thing to pay out. Just don't think about the fact that you're 650 away. I'm telling you right now, and there's probably a lot of people in the chat that can agree with me. The more you think about how close you are to payout, the more likely you're going to psych yourself out and do something you're going to regret on the market, right? So just trade your plan, bro. Yeah, Jeremy. Hey, man, I have my losses too, Jeremy. Like I said, my alpha futures has not been hot. Like I don't know, it's just luck of the draw, I guess, right? I rotate. You re-rotate through them. Some accounts, sometimes they get blown. Sometimes they live to fight another day, and sometimes like my TPT Pro, it just keeps going, right? Like it's working out. So 10 MNQs versus 1 NQ. I think that if you're learning, for most traders, I would always say MNQ, even though I never trade MNQ myself personally. All my students, for the most of them, will trade MNQ. And the reason why I say that is because A, you need to be able to trade managing your size properly before you ever jump to trading larger size, right? Otherwise, you'll never be able to grasp it because you're constantly focused on the P&L. But also because it gives you the opportunity to trim, right? So like if you're one of those traders who are still learning how to hold trades, right? Having 10 MQs might mean that you can trim off 5 or trim off 7 or trim off 8 at certain target points and then let runners run, right? So then you can kind of take advantage of that. One man's opinion, completely up to you. The only downside to doing MQs is your fees. Every single time you trim a contract, it's a fee that hits your profits, right? So Oscar Pill 778. What gray area are you talking about? Sorry. I don't know when you made that comment. So can you ask that question again for me just so I can understand clearly what your question is? Is it really just price of oil that causes? That's kind of insane. I mean, I can see that oil has cracked over $109 now. That's wild. Hey Zen trader, can you rephrase that question? Are you asking me if it trades at my AOI, will I add more risk on? Is that what you're referring to? Hey Marika, what are we at for thumbs up so far? Only 99. I got to move this thing down so you guys can see this. We need 200 thumbs up, gang. We are 101 away before we can do that. The white line is just an area of interest. So it's different from a level. I color code all of my reference points differently just so that I can remember which is which. What's going on, Ron? Yeah, I'm like, I literally just got to my desk and popped open charts and got things ready. So I'm not caught up with the news. But I saw that Ron caught I don't know if that was his most recent session, or was this last one. I saw that Ron caught a nice gold long trade, I believe, today. Am I correct to say that, Ron? %, like and subscribe. Yeah, Ron G, you beast. Yeah, I think I saw that earlier. You caught this long up, right? You animal. Ron's a boss, man. Ron's a boss. Now gold is double bottoming here, making its way back up to retrace back to the level and view up here. Yeah. 45565 to 85. Just a cozy 20-point long for Ron G on gold. Let's go, man. Yeah, let's take a look at oil. Yeesh. Yeesh. Crazy. Crazy. You can see already right now so far off that channel that we talked about earlier, like during my entire trade review when we talked about the New York, prior London to that prior London, current session, this channel has been absolute banger. I actually shorted earlier on before the stream. I caught a nice quick short here. Literally within 2 minutes, I hit my TP. I was risking 15 points for 30 points here for 2R, and I got it within like 2 minutes. So now again, we had that nice retest for shorts here and another nice 40-point move. Now I'm kind of curious if we are trying to make our move up now or not. Let's take a look. Yeah, we're holding this channel down here that I have pretty well. This is like a almost kind of like an inverse head and shoulder. Not a very clean one, but I don't like the last 15-minute bar we just had though. So I almost feel like I needed a little bit more of a follow through breakout on this before I'm even interested, because that channel, as you and I both know, guys, is a very, very strong channel. So yeah, that's the dicey one. Yeah, I know. Most prop firms that like generally as a business, most prop firms that don't allow metals, just due to obviously the volatility and all that, it's just built based on how their business plan is built. The way that they pay out and the way that the rules are honestly defines whether they're capable of paying those out or not, right? So from a business perspective, I understand why they do it. It does suck, I agree. From me to go to Jason, that's madness, man. That's crazy. How would I rank my AOIs? Oh, so that's what you mean, Zentrader? Um, I think my AOIs, I would say, depending on how it's, I would say for everything, right? Like for my AOIs, my channels, depending on how often, like I see them respect its price over the course of the recent trading days, will decide whether or not it's heavily weighted for me, right? So I take into a lot of accounts, and that's the reason why I don't trade on Confluence too much. Like I don't look for ES Confluence or like ES Divergence or like the VIX or the mag 5, mag 7, whatever. I don't look at any of that stuff personally, just because I already look at so many things that I prefer to look at, that if I looked at anything else, I would just be paralyzed with my analysis, right? So I don't have a specific rank, Zen Trader, to be honest. It really just depends on the given day and where we are. You caught the mini scout back up, eh? Nice. How do you anchor your VWAP? I just use a regular VWAP. I don't use the anchored VWAP, if that's your question. I don't use the anchored VWAP. When we have 116 thumbs up, means half of you guys have not dropped the thumbs up, gang. Half of you guys have not dropped the thumbs up. We need 200 thumbs up for us to do an account giveaway, gang. An account giveaway. Let's go, guys. Let's go. What are we waiting for? That's a banger. Good for your brother, man. That's awesome. I'll tell you right now, man. I don't know if I'll ever be able to trade that kind of size. The sanity of it all. I mean, I even me achieving my 6-figure, 7-figure year last year, like that took a mental toll on me already as it is. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people do it. G2. I don't know if you were the one who asked me this question last time. I don't add to my winners. I don't do that. It's not my style of trading. So if you like it, 100%. Yeah, for my EMAs, I have the 9, I have the 20, I have the 50, and I have the 200. Those are the EMA lines that you see. I mean, Chase, and I think almost every successful trader has struggled. I don't think it's possible. I feel like going through the ringer is like the rite of passage to being a trader. 100%. All the way from Saudi Arabia. Hope you're safe out there, man. Hope you're doing good. Azheng, I do absolutely. I show my trades. Yeah, when there's a trade setup, I'll take them live with you guys. But I just literally finished going over a trade review on the multiple sessions and what I'm looking at on both NQ and gold. 1 hour is still bullish? Question mark. 1 hour? Are like the hourly time frame? I don't know if you'd say bullish. I don't know if you'd say bearish either. We're kind of like in the let's see what happens area. Yeah, when we haven't broken structure. So if that's what you mean by we're still bullish, yeah, we haven't really, we still look like we're trying to move higher. But as of right now, though, man, it's, yeah, I don't know if you would really want to fight the trend. We'll see. We'll see if there's an exhaustion play. I know that there are some people who like to play reversal exhaustion plays, and we might get that right here. So there are many ways. Just remember that when I draw to your question, PM, when we talk about things like your lines, your channels, whatever, these are just marks on a chart, right? Like it's, in the end of the day, it comes down to what is it that you're looking for in a setup, and if it makes sense, then do it, right? For me, you know, it depends on the give and take, right? If I draw my stuff on like dailies, weeklies, hourlies, like it really depends. Sometimes I'll draw channels just as a visual aid for you guys so that you guys can see the structure more visually, because I think especially for new traders who have never traded before, when I make comments like high or low off this price or low or high off this price, you might be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So sometimes I'll draw these visual channels just so that you guys can see what it is that I'm actually doing and what that represents. Yeah, man. Oh, I can't do heat, man. So yeah, I probably would be staying indoors the entire time if I were them as well. Right now, the FF indicator is also kind of giving bullish vibes, to be honest. Like you can see here. This kind of looks like a 2-minute 1, 2, 3 to the upside. We just want follow through. Right now is what we want here. So we'll see. We get follow through, but it's looking kind of decent for that at the moment. I just don't like that we're coming up right at my channel here. So like, I just don't feel comfortable longing into that. Five-minute potential higher low. Yep, 100%. Kind of putting that right at the respect of my channel, as you can see here as well. Literally holding. So yeah, we might get a break. I mean, I am using an eval. I mean, I guess I could kind of risk this. I just need to see how much I want to risk. That's risky. This is not something I would probably normally do if this was a funded. But I'm going to shoot my shot, gang. I don't like this channel we're at, to be honest, but let's see. See, well, wow, this might be, oh, I got stopped out real fast there. Yeah, that's no bueno. I guess you can see why I don't like to take that. Right now, this channel continues to hold pretty strong for us as a rejection point. I'm watching 3 time frames, yeah. What's going on, Sonny? Good to see you, Moneybag. Yeah, I mean, 100%, dude. Like I said, right now, we probably don't want to be fighting the trend. I'm playing with an eval here, so I'm okay with the risk. But this channel that we've been talking about continues to be a crazy spot right now, man. It's kind of wild. We're about 62 thumbs up away from doing the giveaway, gang. 62 thumbs up. So the Rob Miller, if you're just hopping in the channel right now, this channel, I don't know if you've been watching all the streams. The past few nights, I've been talking about this specific area. So you might want to mark it on your chart as well. 27,307.5 to 27,298.5. I've had this marked since the beginning of the week, and it's basically acted as a very key, important area to watch. It has become a great spot to long, and it's become a great spot to short. So honestly, like it's been solid. Like I've taken trades off of it these past few weeks. in my favor. So that's why I made the comment before I took that entry. I was like, oh, this is probably not a good idea to take a long here because this is literally my channel. And I was proven right that my trade was wrong literally within a minute. So that's what I get for fighting my own thesis. Gandhi, man, I was your liquidity. You're welcome. Yes, sir, Robert. That's totally fair. That makes sense. I don't trade the PNL, so I personally don't watch that too much. Gold. What do you want for gold? How about gold shorts? We are at my area of interest right now. I'd wait and see. This is a new 5-minute opening candle. And technically we've closed above VWAP as well. I wouldn't feel as comfortable with this short, to be honest. We're in between my area of interest and a level. It looks more like we're trying to push higher, to be honest. We'll see if we get follow through though. I'm doing a 50K Apex account giveaway today, but I need 200 thumbs up in order for me to do that. And we're not there yet. We have 46 more thumbs up required to get there. For me, yes, I like to wait for the candle close. I don't like taking breakout trades. It's not my cup of tea. I tend to get burnt by them quite often, actually. Yeah, shorts are looking better. We might get follow through on this gold, on the short trade, actually. I'm going to shoot my shot with gold again. Nice short, JA. That's awesome. Hey, Gail. How do I do what? Sorry. I don't know if I may have missed a comment you made earlier. What is the source of your VWAP? What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. It's just a regular VWAP. It's nothing fancy. Oh, yeah. Actually, I thought I had a bracket order. I thought I had my preset order actually set up when I took that, but clearly I didn't. So not that. Normally, I actually use my presets here. So I usually click it. So then it gives me my bracket order right away. But yeah, I didn't realize I had not set that up earlier. I mean, it is open, high, or close. I do not know what that means. I mean, it is open, high, or close? What does that mean? I'm sorry if I'm like sounding really silly right now. I don't really know what that means. Excuse me. %. We need 38 more. I haven't done anything to my VWAP, Bordado. It's just the basic one. I've done nothing to it. All I've done is literally just remove certain visuals off of it, because usually when you do VWAP, you have like multiple layers of rainbow bands all around it. I just basically kept it as I wanted the VWAP line, and that was it. Vernati, if you accidentally took a trade, I 100% would not be holding a trade right now. Not ideal. You're just, I mean, unless you think you can manage your mentals after that. Do I use any gamma exposure for trading? No, I don't. I don't know how to use it, but one of our Avengers guys that stream does absolutely use that a lot. So that's not my area of expertise. Anything can happen, man. Anything can happen right now for NQ. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of crazy, but I wouldn't take it out that we can move and close out at the bottom down here. Like actually come down and test the New York low. I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked. Dude, look at oil gold trades. I don't actually. I don't. I just, whenever I read charts, I look at charts for what they are. I don't actually run confluence with them in other indexes. I know people probably should. I just don't. It's just not something I do. Like I'll say that sometimes if I see a big move happen, I'll take a look somewhere else and see what happened there. But that's pretty much as far as that goes. Like I don't actually like create a game plan based on how oil is moving and trade gold in that way. Sorry, Vernati, you've been in the long for 8 hours or 7 hours? That's wild, dude. You've been in a long since the market opened, basically. That's wild, gang. Technically speaking, you're still up at the moment. So I don't know. Like if you entered a trade by I mean, I get to each their own. I don't want to give you any advice on this one. Personally, if I took a trade by accident, man, I would be like, I'd count my blessings and take it and run, man. Can I break down my gold trade? My gold trade. Are you asking about Ron's gold trade? Ron's the one who caught the long earlier over Asia all the way up. If you're talking about the short trade, give me a second here. I just need to make sure that I put my alerts here. There you go. Yeah, in terms of the short trade here, yeah, that was pretty much it with the way I drew the lines, the way that we kind of came down and put that lower leg down and on the AOI. That was pretty much the short trade. Money bag. Crazy. How do you set that buy, stop, and sell limit as a stop loss and take profit? Bernardo, your question, you're like, how did I set this and set this? What do you mean by that? Sorry, I just want to make sure, just because like, I mean, it really is just clicking into it, right? And then creating whatever sell stop or buy stop. Like that's just essentially what you're doing. Maybe I'm not understanding your question. If you want to clarify that a little bit for me. And then sorry, Seth. So your question was about the short trade. Short trade on NQ. Are you talking about the one that I'm currently in right at this very moment, or just want to double check before I start kind of rambling here? I don't want to go on a rant here and explain the wrong thing to you. Okay, cool. So I've been talking about this channel spot for quite some time now, and basically what I was saying is that when we came down before the stream started, I had actually shorted the NQ here, and I caught my 30-point win like within less than a minute here. As it was coming back up here, I also made the comment, I'm like, this would have been a nice spot again. And you can see that there was another great short opportunity that presented itself here that I obviously missed because this happened essentially while I was in the middle of me doing a trade review for NQ and gold. I believe Gandhi did catch the short though, so solid trade on you, Gandhi. So basically the same thing for me right now is I'm playing on the intraday weakness on NQ right now. So I'm because of the fact that we're continuing to hold beneath my channel here and we're showing that you can call this a bear flag, you can call this consolidation, but we look like we're trying to push lower here right now. And who knows, maybe we're probably going to try to tag the opening print here before we have some sort of wild reversal, or maybe not. Maybe it just melts for the rest of the day. Generally speaking, I have a thesis for why I want a trade to happen. But as far as how far can that trade go, I don't necessarily always know what that's going to look like. I have some possibilities, and that's usually where I use levels and opening prints to decide where that's going to end up. But yeah, that's essentially kind of like me giving you the rundown on like why I'm taking the trade that I'm taking. Alan, have you ever been stuck in a loop where you would essentially hold on to your losers and hopes? If you were talking to Alan from like a year or two ago, absolutely. I think we all go through that, man. I think we all go through that. But as you can see right now, I don't. Like earlier, I took a trade that I honestly probably shouldn't have. I literally said it out loud, like, I'm longing into my channel. This doesn't make sense. And then I was like, you know what? Let's just give it a shot and see what happens. And literally, gang, within like 10 seconds, I got stopped out like that. So that's my fault for going against my own plan. But I say that because KJM, as you can see, I accepted my loss. I didn't move my stop loss. The moment it went against me, I just took it for what it was, right? And that's important. Your stop loss shouldn't be something that you're afraid to use. It's your plan, right? It's why you have it there. So you got to respect it. And so as I did, I respected it, which is why I took it for where I took it. Yeah, just that's my 2 cents on that, man. That's how you're able to kind of like stay in the game and walk away, right? So absolutely. It's kind of like investing, right? Don't invest what you aren't comfortable in losing. JA, I made this comment quite a few times, actually. Apologies, I don't mean this in any like negative way. That channel actually has been on this for multiple streams now. So if you've been watching and hanging on, maybe this is your first time, so welcome if this is your first time. This channel actually have marked from like earlier this week. And so it's from Monday's New York low. And it's basically acted as a very key spot for us over the past few days. So I've been actually trading off of this channel for the past week. And it's been good to me. It's been really good to me, actually. So it was stupid of me to fight my own channel. Dumb on my part, which I did earlier. Oh, it's your first time, gotcha. Yeah, cool. 100% Gandhi. 100%. Bordado, when you say it's your first time, sorry, just double check, first time on the stream? If so, welcome. I like gold short scat from here, looking for like a 10 to 15 points. Okay. I can see why you want it. I always feel dicey shorting when we're right above VWAP like that, but I can see why you want that though. Kind of like double topping here. Drop the thumbs up, guys. I don't know if we're at 200 yet, but we're at 176. We need 24 more thumbs up, and we'll do the 50K count giveaway, gang. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Thanks, Sergio. I appreciate you too, man. Just tuning in and sharing it with your community. Honestly, you have any friends who want to learn day trading, want to talk about day trading, send them on in. By the way, we got a PT hit. We got 1R trim so far on the trade. So that was nice 30 points. So nice recovery from the loss I just took earlier. And I think, if anything, what I just demonstrate to you guys, I took a loss. I took a loss, unfazed, respected the plan, pivoted, respected the original plan, and I'm in this, right? So just, if there's anything for you guys to learn from like what I'm doing right now, is that losing is part of the game. I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend like, oh, I didn't lose, or like, oh, you know, this one loss is going to make me feel like I'm the worst trader in the world. If anyone shames you for losing a trade, man, like honestly, they clearly have never traded in their life. It's part of the game. Part of the game. How you bounce back is everything, man. Oh, you guys first shot. You make walking the treadmill not boring. Sorry. You make walking the treadmill not boring level. Yesterday I walked 45 minutes watching your stream normally, but 10. I'm glad I've been your entertainment, KJM. Do you think NQ will continue to slide, or it's trying to bounce back? I'm gonna play on the intraday weakness right now. I have no interest in longing right now. Not anytime soon. What I did earlier was just dumb, to be honest. I told myself the entire time it's not a good idea to long, and what I do, I long. That's what I get for trading with an eval, right? Just being dumb with it. Money bag. Money bag. Hey, man, I appreciate you constantly tuning in, dude. I appreciate it, dude. Inevitably, at some point, you're going to have to win, right? I mean, you keep tuning in. It's a numbers game, gang. It's a numbers game. Cut it and shut it. I always do. When my trade thesis was wrong. Something hard so far. Yeah, 100%. Pro, do only have one TPT Pro that you focus on or multiple? So I currently have 2 TPT Pro accounts left, and I have some evals that I'm working on as well, just to like get to the activated phase. Like I think by the end of the week here, I'll have 3 new accounts as well. I've actually switched. I usually trade the 150K. Oh, there you go. TP hit. All right. So gang, that right there locked in 30 points. And then we locked in another 50 points. So if you do the math, that's $1,600, gang, that we just locked in on this Lucid Max eval. So we're in total up $1,000 now after my first loss, and we got the dub in as well. So up 1,000. I need on these Lucid Max evals, I actually need a 40% consistency rate. And since I just started this one, I need to hit 3 days worth of trading in order for me to pass. So I've got my day one locked in now. So this is what I mean. I'm done now. I'm done with this account. I've got my win. And then now this is where I will essentially log out of this account and move on to the next account. I'm done, right? And I just keep rotating. Just have to knock at the phone 100%. Thanks, Jake. I appreciate it, man. Hey, what's good, man? What's going on, Evan? You're in a Lucid eval right now. Nice. Here we go. W. I'm just here for the knowledge, funding. It's just a blessing on top. 100%. 100%. I appreciate you, Moneybag. You've been so loyal, man. I've seen you in this chat like every single day. Earlier that trade, I used 2 cons. I had 2 cons in that, trimmed one at 30 points and another at 50 points. What are we at right now, gang, by the way? We have 200 thumbs up yet? 192. There's almost 300 of you guys here right now. 8 of you just need to drop that thumbs up, and we will do the 50K Apex giveaway. If not for the giveaway, for the win on the trade that I just got. Come on, guys. Come on. And sorry, I think someone asked me about the GC shorts. Okay, so we're closing beneath VWAP right now. Let's see. We're at the level at the moment. We're at the level, so I think the only way we can get potentially clear skies here on gold shorts is if we do something like this. I'd want something like that. That's what I would want to see. Because right now we're at the level, and we could still technically bounce here. We're at the level, and we're at VWAP. What are my thoughts on rhythmic accounts? I can't. So that's actually one of the platforms that some of the prop firms that have wanted to offer me for moving live with. And I tried Rhythmic. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I'm in Vancouver or what it is. I always can't, like almost most of the time, I can't log into my broker because it says that there's a latency issue. I have no idea why. That was actually the live program that I was with Funded Futures family, but they emailed me and said, hey, you know what? Since you can't log in, I guess you just can't do live with us. So I actually shut it down. So I have no luck with Rhythmic. Appreciate it, Moneybag. Honestly, Surfside, I should have shorted from the beginning. I should have never taken that stupid long. That was so dumb of me. Take the dummy and me to explain why we should be shorting and not longing, and then me longing. How does that make any sense, huh? Yeah, if you're in the short trade money bag, you're looking good, man. You might get some follow through here. So I'm just gonna put it in the comment here, just so that anyone who's like just hopping on stream now. So short trade win 30 points followed by 50 points. Respecting intraday weakness, channel as point of reference, bars showing weakness, targeting current session low for trim, closed out before opening print. That's essentially the breakdown on the trade that I just took. So I'm just going to leave that there. Yeah, Surfside, 100%, man. I mean, you got it, right? It didn't make sense for me to long. That was just really dumb. I know, I know. It's gonna stick with me now. KJM Lucid's one of the best in the game, man. Not even a question. I think for most newbies, Lucid is a go-to because their one-time fees and their trading rules are so flexible. It's just hard to beat them. My Fund of Futures is pretty banging as well, and Tradeify. Those three are like probably my go-tos if we're not talking about intraday trailing. Otherwise, Take Profit Trader is like a big one for me. I love trading with them. I get daily payouts with them like literally almost every day. You guys see it, and I'll request it on stream later on again for those who are new watching. And you'll see how many times I've requested payouts with TPT. But then Apex, to be honest, I know people have their stigma on them, but I like them. I mean, that they forever will always be my record breaking payout. That was the count that I took, a 50K account, one singular one, not copy traded, but one single 50K account, and I took that to an $80,000 payout. So kind of can't hate that. And for those who say they don't pay out, I mean, I'm quite a living proof of the fact that they pay out. I didn't break any rules. I respected the game, right? Mackenzie, if you're asking when do I stream, it's 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern time. But in terms of trade, I usually trade actually after the Tokyo Open. That's usually when I trade. ArnoldCon, yeah, 100%. Just DM me on Instagram, man. I'll leave that there for you guys. Hello, the channels are support resistant at higher time frames. Yeah, they're channels. I mean, every line on a chart essentially represents like an interest of why we might reject or bounce. So yes, technically Gonzalago. Yes, I'm just gonna say yes. That's true, man. That dub deserves a code RT, code rake. Baljeet. My YouTube is here. I haven't posted on it in a while. Ever since I started streaming on the network, I just haven't really had time to produce any content. But you can see my history there. There's some good stuff to watch there, like my MNQ series where I show how I took a Top Step account from using 3 micros, and I passed that account, I think within like 20 days or something like that, or 12 days. And then I took that thing to payout as well. So that's probably a good one to watch. Are we at 200 now? Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are, gang. All right, so I guess it's time for the giveaway. Hey, what's going on, Peach? Hey, Ron. I remember that you changed your username. I remember now. What's going on, man? What's going on? Okay, so we're gonna do a giveaway now. Hey, Ron G, are you still there? I've been doing manual giveaways because I just haven't gotten around to being able to do the bot thing because like I just haven't had a chance to watch it. You able to help me run the bot thing, Ron, if you don't mind? Since you're here to help me out. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to do the manual version again. Hey, Ali, always good to see you, man. Hope you and the family doing well. It can be a trading session for beginners. I have probably one of the slower sessions, so I always ask, do my best to answer questions in the chat. Ron is the man. Sure, we can do 5 minutes. So guys, before you start typing stuff in the chat, basically, essentially, I know you did, Ron. It is on me. I need to watch it. Oh man, now I really feel bad. I promise that this weekend I will watch that video, Ron. I will. This week has been wildly busy. I haven't stopped. It's been nonstop. I will watch that video. I promise you. Manuel's rig, you always pick Ron. Hey, if you follow the stream, you know that's not true. It's always been a new person. All right. Hey Ron, so what's the code again? What's the thingy they're supposed to type in? We can start it now, but we have to tell them what to do. It was exclamation mark enter, right? Is that what they're supposed to type in? Just wait, gang. Don't type anything yet. I want to make sure that we do this right. There you go. What Ron G just put in the chat, that's what you need to do. Do not spam it, okay? Do not spam it. Just do it once, and then your name gets automatically entered into it, and that's all that counts. Because you spam it, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't help at all. So as long as you type in exclamation mark enter, then you automatically get in. So exclamation mark, enter for the giveaway. Do not spam. Just type it in once. Just type it in once, gang. Do not spam. And so in the next 5 minutes here, it's going to announce the winner. Yeah, right now, man, it doesn't look like we're holding, man. It really looks like we just want to keep going. I don't know if we're going to recover anytime soon. This is where I say don't try to fight the trend, right? Don't fight the trend. I think I saw someone ask a question in the chat. I've been trading for 5 years, with the past 3 years being the most serious period of my trading career. For those hopping in, please do not spam. Do not spam the chat. Just do the enter once. Once is all you need. Doing it multiple times is not going to give you more ballots. It's just once. Guito George, there are a lot of things that you can do to watch. I mean, YouTube's got a lot of good content. If you want to like check out some of the stuff that I posted in the past, specifically around like trading related, you can always just follow the YouTube as well. I mean, honestly, if you're tuning into the streams, man, like our group is literally tuning. We're trading like 10 hours of the day. So between the 5 of us, just tune into any of them, and you'll have a chance to learn. Hassan, I know that's a very common question about how long does it take to learn. I don't think it's a linear path, unfortunately, right? And my path is also a very random one because like I went from small caps to options, from options to futures. So there was a different time period of profitability for each of those periods of my trading career. I would say my futures period has actually made me a better trader than I have ever been. Just more so because there's not as much other factors. I find that options, although you can make really big money on it, it really messes with your mentals, just because there's so many other variables to bring into an account. So, yeah. I know we got 226 thumbs up already, but if anyone else hasn't dropped a thumbs up yet, let's build it up. Let's rack up the algo. Yeah, don't spam, guys. Don't spam. 125 entries. How's that possible? There's 200 of you guys. We're trading futures right now, Guido. Futures. Futures is on basically majority of the day. Oh, Tabor trades. We're twinning, man. We're twinning. Yeah, the small cap days were fun, man. My largest small cap trade I've ever taken was actually HKD back in 2022. That was a $23,000 trade on small caps. That was like my record trade. It was the same trade that Stock Market Wolf took as well during that same time period. That was actually his first $1 million trade at the time. You like your odds at 125? You typing in this, gang. It's literally right here. Type that in. But if you've done it already, don't keep doing it. Doesn't give you better odds. Oh, did I? Oh, my bad. 45 seconds, gang. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. One of the best places in Vancouver, actually, when it comes to fruit teas. I mean, I'm just playing the intraday weakness right now. One would imagine that maybe we can get some sort of bounce relief reversal on the overall chart. But as of right now, I have no interest in fighting this weakness right now. Jalanta, what's going on? Hello. Oh, someone won. There it is. Did they win? At F has one or free. Hey, Ron, can you actually see that person? I can't even tag that person. Is that person still here? Oh, yeah. Why can't I tag you? Oh, there you go. That's awesome. Congratulations. That was really weird. I was actually trying to tag the name the entire time, and it wouldn't let me. Hey, DM me on Instagram, brother. The winner. Just DM me on Instagram, please, and I'll send you the code after. So Guido, I don't actually look at other traders. I don't watch other traders personally too much. I find that once you establish an edge and you establish a strategy, you're not really looking for a lot of too much of other input. So I don't look at other traders. I've heard of that name before, but I've never like watched his stuff. So, but just based on what you're asking, that sounds like ICT concepts. So, which there's literally a flurry of ICT content on YouTube. So if you really want to, if you want to learn that types of strategy trading, there's like an archive of it on YouTube, I believe. I don't have it. I don't have too many right now. We've been giving away a lot of accounts. We've been giving away a lot of accounts, man. All right, let's take a look. What are the charts looking like right now? Just gonna take a look at my TPT account right now to see if it's been approved yet or not. Nice. Yes, it is. Let's see. So actually shorts goes nice. Concepts. Yeah, there you go. Someone in the chat messaged. Yeah, I confirmed it. It's ICT concepts. Yeah. Hey, Jed's Trading. What's going on? We just finished doing a giveaway, hence why I could kind of pause for a little bit. Honestly, guys, strategy is strategy, man. The way I look at it is that if you're new and you've never traded before, learn the strategy, back test, practice, put the reps in. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Up to you. Have a good night, Ellie. Thanks for tuning in for a little bit, man, there. Hope you and the family are good. I haven't traded with them since I capped out with them. So I don't know how much they've evolved, actually. The last time I traded Fund of Futures Family, Jay Dunn was still the CEO of the company. I had a good time with him. I had no issues. I got my payouts, no questions asked, and I got my cap out already. So, all right, Ron, get some sleep, man. Have a good night. It's true, man. I agree with Adrian there. It's very true. It's very true. So as for transparency goes, I always tell you guys about the payouts. So I'm gonna flip over to my TPT just to continue the ongoing aspect. So you guys can see this. This is my TPT account. You can see here yesterday on our last stream, this was the one that I withdrew. As you guys saw, I withdrew that last night. It succeeded, so it hit my bank account this morning. This is another one that I am going to be requesting right now. And so I'm going to move away from the screen just because, like, oops, sorry, I just realized I'm cutting it off. This is the one that I'm referring to right now. So this is from yesterday. So from our last stream when we said that we were going to lock it in. This was the one I was referring to. We finished our London stream about $2,300 in profit, and then we nailed a solid trade over New York. So then I requested this. Now it's been approved for me to push it through, just like I did the other day, right? So I'm gonna flip to another screen for now because obviously I don't want you guys seeing my address and everything on there. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like for all those new here. So now I've clicked on it. Now you can see that it's been submitted, right? You can see that it's been submitted. And so usually by tomorrow morning, it'll say that it succeeded, it's in my bank account. And that's the reason why I'm not trading my TPT Pro right now, is because of the fact that I already locked in my profits again. So I'm ready for another payout tomorrow. So when tomorrow's session closes, I'm gonna be requesting for another payout. But you can see that these are all the payouts that I've had already just in the past few days, right? So this is the reason why I like TPT, because it's been very good to me. It's been very good to me. See you later, Jeremy. Take it easy. Yeah, there's no consistency rule. It's just the intraday trailing drawdown that's really hard, man. Hey, TK Day. So right now I have a 150K pro account and I have a 50K pro account. So I usually trade 150Ks, but recently I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give the 50Ks a shot. I'm just experimenting with something right now. It's more for like I'm experimenting with the psychology of trading the 50Ks and how I can get them to pay out. So I have like 3 more evals in the work right now where I should be able to get them to verified funded by as of tomorrow. But yeah, I have 2 accounts right now. So I'm kind of just, and I don't copy trade as well, TK, since it's your first time, you probably don't know that. I don't copy trade. I trade them individually, and I kind of go from there. No minimum, max withdrawal. Basically, if you are in the sim funded, I think like anything over $10,000 will automatically move you to Pro Plus, which is their version of Live. And then you get half of that money goes into the live fund, and then the other half gets put in dormant to see if you blow it or not, and then they can pay you out after the fact. But yeah, that's pretty much as far as max goes. That's what that looks like. If you can, honestly, money back, if you can get over the intraday trailing drawdown, they're amazing. That's the hardest part, right? Yeah, TPT's daily payout, gang. Daily payout. Yeah, code rake, gang. Code rake. I don't like copy trading because it's bad for my mentals. I am more about protecting my risk than I am about the reward itself. I think copy trading, although sounds amazing when you're winning, but it feels like absolute dog crap when you're losing. Do miss trades still means with your Fonzie, are you asking do I mess up or do I get emotional if I miss a trade? Is that what you're asking, Fonzie? Sorry. Leto, my man, what is going on? Leto, the real deal. Cosmos, Ron G's gone to sleep. That's the reason why you can't tag him right now. His session is, it's on Eastern time. So what is that Eastern time? Is it 7? I think it's like 7. I'd have to double check. Let me just double check. Give me a second here. I know I should know what his stream time is, but I always get mixed up between the Eastern time and the PST. Give me a second, gang. Give me a second, gang. Sorry. Yeah, he's 7 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, thanks, Buljeet. You got it already. Yeah, Ron G streams at 7 p.m. Eastern time. My personal YouTube is here. Give me a second here. I haven't posted in there in a little while, but just because ever since I started streaming here, I kind of calmed down on that. Yeah, Fonzie. So no, I don't. If I miss trades, I'm good. I move away. It doesn't bother anymore. Like I'm well over that now. I think that once you understand your probability, your edge, and expected value, stuff like that just shouldn't phase you that much anymore. As you can tell, I'm pretty emotionless, man. If I take a loss, I take a loss and I move on. In the same way, if I get a win, I'm pretty emotionless about that too. I'm on Windows. Yes, Bernardo, I'm connecting my broker to trade on TradingView. Yeah, I took a short trade earlier on Leto, right here. I actually posted what I did. I basically shorted this. Give me a second here. Sorry. I shorted this right here to the downside. That's what I got. Yeah, TK day trades. I mean, teach their own, man. I mean, as long as you find successful, man, keep going at it. Don't change anything, right? I just know it doesn't work for me. Hey, Dr. Copper. Yeah, man, you time on the charts is important. Like, as far as profitability goes, I was pretty much profitable early on, but I don't consider it profitable because A, it wasn't a lot, but then also because I didn't really know what I was doing, right? Like, I don't think that's really fair to say. Um, yeah, I think that it's important to see how long you can be consistently profitable. I think is what's really important. I think that I think what most people lack, to be honest, is like assuming that they don't have a strategy. Strategy's one, but even assuming that they do get a strategy, I think a lot of times the problem is that the emotions get the best of them, and they don't know how to stick to their strategy. It sounds silly. Like if you explain that to someone who doesn't trade, it sounds really silly, but it's true, right? I mean, think about it this way, right? You can go to the gym. You can go to the gym. You can exercise. I hear people say all the time, I want to lose weight, I want to gain muscle. But you ask that same guy, how often do you go to the gym? And they'll tell you that they don't go to the gym consistently. So it's one of those things that even if you know what the right thing to do is, they still don't do it. And that's a really good example of that. I think that that's what ends up being the biggest issue for why people tend to fail. Ron G, don't hurt my soul, man. Don't say that, okay? I'm still at work in business meetings when you're on. Just because you said that, man, now I have to hop on your stream tomorrow. You did it. I'm going to be in the middle of a business meeting with a client, and he's going to ask me, why am I watching a YouTube video while I'm with him? And I'm going to say, yeah, because I can't let my man Ron G down. TPT is too expensive? I don't think so. I don't think so. 150K account with no activation fee at 250. I mean, I think that's pretty reasonable, to be honest. If you actually trade with Top Step, it's pretty much the same. And again, TPT has daily payout. It's hard to beat that. Adrian, I actually did I did a video on my YouTube actually talking about how if I were to simply just use the VWAP, for example, like it was a very hypothetical situation. I was talking about if I were just to use the VWAP, you would see your success rate on just that alone, right? So it's true. It's crazy that what the human mind can do. Yep, it's true, man. It's true. All right, so what are we looking at, gang? As of right now, what is it? 11:28. We're about 32 minutes away from the London Open. On the NQ right now, I have no interest in longing. I see that we're pushing up right now, but I'm not interested. I'm just not interested in this right now. I would probably continue to wait. I wouldn't be surprised if when leading into London, we sink lower before we go higher. I like to see what our candles tell us. Let the candles tell the story. Because I mean, if you take a look at it right now, we've just been selling. We've been selling, right? So I'm not going to fight this trend. That's my answer on NQ right now. I would be more interested in shorts than anything else. Continue to trade the trend. The trend is your friend, guys. The trend is your friend. What's gold doing right now? So this is kind of what I'm talking about to you earlier. I know someone was in a short. This is why I didn't trust the short. You can see that we held the level and we continued to move up. This is why I want to see a break and retest before we can follow through with a gold trade. So gold right now looks like we are trying to move higher here. After we held the VWAP, we're probably going to tag the level at 45.85 here. Probably the next move. Yeah, films of greatness. Just find a prop that doesn't have intraday trailing drawdown, man. There's lots of good one. Someone asked the question earlier. That's why I said I like Lucid. Lucid's a really good one. Not staying in trades. Yeah, man, it's hard. It's hard. I think staying in a trade and all that, the confidence that comes with just building your expected value as a trader. Yeah, Lucid's goaded, man. Lucid's goaded, man. I think they're still doing the 40% off. Code RT, code Rake. You get 40% off their accounts, and their Lucid Flex are the best. For all you newbies who are watching this right now, you've never traded in your life. Lucid accounts are probably one of the best. You get the Lucid Flex. They have very minimal rules, and they are also fairly the easiest you're probably going to have to passing those accounts because they don't have rules and they don't have monthly subscription fees. It's a one-time cost, right? So I think that's a win. Oh, there you can see it now. Gold is taking the level that we talked about earlier. Making our way up. Making our way up. Gold NQ is starting to make its move up right now as well. Again, this is a good example of where someone says like, hey, Alan, do you regret like not taking this trade? I don't. I don't trust it. I don't trust this. So I'm not interested in it. Streaming schedule. So we have the pre-market schedule, Gaming X. We have the New York session and we have the Power Hour, and those are with yeah, that's with Rake basically, and the other two streamers as well. And then Ron G is at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and then I'm at 1 a.m. Eastern time. The first two counts broke 3K in 1 month up to red dip green rip. Hey man, I mean, you know what? I think that payout, although it's kind of what we're all trying to shoot for, but you just need to recognize and take a look at like why did you get those payouts, right? Like, was it truly because you knew what you were doing? Was it luck? And I do mean that with respect here, right? I'm not trying to like insult you or anything like that. That's just a question I generally even ask students, right? People tell me like, oh, you know, I've gone payouts before. Why can't I do it now? And it's like, well, just because you got it doesn't really mean you got it in terms of your skill set, right? Like that's what sometimes people even ask me. They're like, oh, Alan, you know, like, do you think you're an amazing trader? And I say, no, I don't. But then they'll say like, oh, but you had so much payouts. Why wouldn't you think you're amazing? And I think for me, it's because of the fact that like, just because I've had a few good years doesn't mean I'm amazing. I almost feel like you have to go through a few different presidential cycles and a few different kind of economic cycles. And if you can continue to be profitable during all those cycles, then yeah, I think you can say you're good. But until then, even I humbly will say that I'm still going through the motion of the ocean here. TK, so it depends on the setup, but usually I'll risk between like $300 to $600 if it's just like an average trade. If it's a trade I really like, then I'm willing to go to $1,200 to $1,800 of risk. So it just really depends, and also depends on my account, I guess I should say, because if I have a 50K account, I can't really risk 1,800. Otherwise, I'm literally YOLOing my entire account. Hey Tonwan, I don't trade New York actually. Oh, Rake does it. Because I trade this session, I pretty much can't trade New York because I'm like, I'd be so tired by the time New York even opens. Oh, Fatima, you are from Vancouver as well. Yes, absolutely. 90% of my success from last year came from trading the Asia session. So I 100% I'm a big advocate of it. I usually don't trade this part of the Asia session though. I like by this point I'm not trading it. I usually trade the the earlier session, kind of where around the time that Ron G streams. That's actually usually when I'm trading. Oh, awesome. Appreciate that, Fluba. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, I know. I haven't been in the Discord in a while. Actually, the reason why I kind of migrated away for a little bit for a while there was just because like I didn't want to like spam the chat and all that type of stuff. But I'm you can see now if you're in the Discord, I actually do have my own channel in the Rake Tree Discord as well. So I'm kind of in like a couple. But anyways, yeah, you'll see that I'll post there periodically when I can. I agree. Switching to ticks help if you don't want to P&L manage. Well, that's amazing, right? Congrats on those payouts. I know it's been a harder time, but yeah, you just gotta study your trades, man, just to see if it makes sense for you. We got a nice hold, potential higher low off Globex. I still don't trust it. I've got trust issues. I've got trust issues with this. Do I think that gold can get back to previous day high? Previous day high. Like previous day high? Like which previous day? Like the New York day? Because we're already smashed through that. Are you talking about like previous Asia session? Before 9. Yeah, you might want to clarify your question, OB. I just want to make sure. Yes, on full size, I trade minis. I don't trade micros ever. Yeah, Fluba, as a person who trades accounts individually, ideally, yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. Like every single time you get a payout, you almost kind of earn the right to like buy another one. I wouldn't buy like I wouldn't buy like a crap ton because I don't copy trade, but like one by one, I think that's very fair. I mean, if you think about it, if you get a $3,000 payout or a $2,000 payout or 1,500 for that matter, right? You can use what like 5%, 10% of the profits and go buy another eval. I don't think that's a bad idea. And then you can kind of start building it up that way, right? What's going on, Wing Slam? I don't aim for live because I can't go live, Fluba, where I live in Vancouver, and they don't offer me that ability. So I just trade sim. Hyperventilate trading minis. As far as the question that asked there, like what do I look for in terms of my trading model? Again, I trade with the trend or I trade the range. I trade either way. I use reference points, levels, areas of interest, channels. I'm a bar by bar trader, price action. So I'm very surgical when it comes to reading price bar by bar. Market structure is huge for me. That's a big factor to me. Yeah, and I'm more focused on risk than I am reward. That's my high level overview of answering your question of what do I look for. Joshin, usually I'm looking around the time that Ron G streams, so like around 4, I guess 4 or 5 my time, PS Pacific Standard Time. That's usually when I'm like looking for setups and trading. I'll peek into London's Open to see if there's anything nice that sets up, and I'll take something there too. Otherwise, if I'm trading New York, I'm usually trading New York when I'm on the road. Like I'm not trading it from home just because I'm usually already either taking my kids to school, picking them up, or like I'm with clients at working with business clients. Guido, trading micros is probably the best idea, not minis. Minis can really blow your account pretty fast. Thanks, and appreciate it, man. Is it rejecting my channel again? Is it doing it again? Did someone say micros can blow your account very fast? Who said that? Did I say that? I said minis blow your account very fast. That's why you should trade micros, if that's maybe what you heard. Unless I said it wrong earlier. I meant to say don't trade don't trade minis, because if you're new, it's gonna kill you. Yeah, 100%. No, honestly, you got me questioning myself. I'm like, wait, did I say it wrong earlier? Give me a second. I'm just gonna log into my broker, so I'm just gonna switch the screen for a bit here while I log in, just so that you guys don't see my trading credentials and stuff like that. By the way, that Lucid account, that's the Lucid Max account that I was talking about. That's live, or that I just passed. Not live. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. All right, I'm in. Yeah, man, I want to short again, but I don't actually even have a bar by bar read to be shorting this right now. It's just honestly just a reference point at this point. I just like the area that we're in. How much risk? Oh, it doesn't look like a lot of risk, but that's a lot of risk. That's like 30 points right there, man. That's 30 points of risk. Oh, I wouldn't do that. That's too much risk. That is not worth it, especially when I don't have a bar read. But it is rejecting it again, though. What's your technique on consistency rule? What do you do when you have a big day? The key thing is I don't have big days. If I know that I'm trading an account with a consistency rule, I will not shoot for big days. I stay disciplined to what I should be doing, and I just work off of it every single day. Fuba, I don't copy trade. So I will never ever copy trade. So that question is, I can't give you the best advice, to be honest, on that one. I will always trade individually. I don't use 1 minute chart, Bernardo. I do not. Nice, winner. I hope you get this, man. What's your TP on that short? I've left trades going overnight, yeah. I think that if I know that in the account I can afford to hold it based on the trading rules or anything like that, I've held my longest held trade was from 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 1 hour after Globex open, and I held that trade all the way pretty much until 11 a.m. the next day. And that was a 300-point trade. Yeah, I like the short thesis you guys have on that. We're about 18 minutes away from London Open here. I like that gaming. I like that gaming X. Oh, y'all in the short, huh? Y'all in the short. I hope you guys eat on this one. Took the trade on my eval, not the funded sum, just watching it. We'll exit if it reverses. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Now, if we were to look for a long here, what I would want to look for is like an inverse head and shoulder. Guys, that's what I would probably look for here. And for those who have no idea what the heck I'm talking about, this is an inverse head and shoulder. That's what I'm looking for. If we were to look for a long, I would look to hold this channel here and continue to rip upwards. %, Leto. Boljeet, what's your TP on that? 255. I wish you the best of luck. I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully you still can tag that. I think that's still possible. Again, that's just coming from a perspective of wanting this to inverse head and shoulder. That's why I didn't want to take the trade, because I'm like, yeah, you know what? If I took it right away, then sure. Then the probability would have made a little bit more sense. Then like 1R was a lot easier to achieve. But because of where we are on the chart, I'm not as excited to do that. Sorry, I'm just catching up on something real quick here. I'm just sending the code to the person who won the giveaway right now. So give me a second here. Just because I'm waiting on price action right now. I'm not looking to take anything. I'm not feeling good about it right now. We're 14 minutes away from London Open as well. Have a good night, Joshin. Good to see you, man. Lelio, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yes, I do that actually on purpose. I do that on purpose. So it's a funny thing that you're noticing my little tweaks saying. I don't know if it was from childhood, but I did have like a lot of I had like a incident when I was a kid, like when I was elementary school, and so I think I must have done something to my jaw muscle, and now I also clench my jaw a lot. So because of how sore it is, me pushing out my jaw like this, or like I'll stretch my jaw. I actually used to stretch my jaw a lot more. What I used to do was this. I used to do that a lot, which obviously for if I'm doing that in the middle of a conversation, that's probably very annoying for people. So I've converted to me just blowing air into the side. And so that's kind of essentially me how I'm stretching my muscles here. It's really funny that you notice, but that's actually why I do it. Honestly, that's hilarious that you noticed that. It makes me laugh. Hey, you guys TP hit. Let's go. I just looked at the screen and noticed that. Congrats on your shorts, gang. Congrats on your shorts. Good work. Good work. Baljeet is 2 for 2. Way to represent, man. Way to represent. Just catching up with the chat again here. Yeah, Leliot, I actually have a lot of different habits now because, especially because I'm very, what is it called? Static in my motion. So even like when I'm out and about, I'll move and I'll pivot a lot with my body because I'm just so stiff all the time. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Call it age, man. I'm in my 30s now, so I guess I don't know. The day I turned 30 was like pretty much when my body started to feel like it was breaking apart. Hey, Barty. Um, yeah, I mean, I think that essentially for any kind of indicator, I always like it because it always adds as confluence and conviction. So when it can play nicely into it, it helps. Like for example, this short trade just now, if you actually look at the FF indicator, let me just kind of plop it up here for y'all. Give me a second here. There you go. On the FF indicator, you'll see here that rejection that we just had was off that 5-minute trigger line here. So even though on my chart that you saw, it was a triple top on my channel, if you were strictly using the FF indicator, that would have been a short trade respect off the 5-minute trigger line. So yeah, I'd say that depending on what you're looking at and how you kind of play around with it, it plays well very nicely with the confluence. Guido, you can trade anytime. Asia, London, doesn't matter. No problem, Buljeet. Yeah, we do. I got to just be more active. Solid short though, guys. Solid short. But you guys heard me say, right? The inverse head and shoulder was what I was looking for. So for those who are just tuning in, right? Inverse HNS long thesis off this channel. So we'll see. That would be the long to take if we were to take one. If we want to take it off of this 2-minute here, this would be like a 1R. Let's give that a shot right now. Technically, the 5-minute bar hasn't closed yet, so this could literally kick my ass in the next 2.5 minutes. But let's just give this a shot and see if we can get it. 1R would be about right here. 20 points. There you go. That's about 1R. So we'll see if we get it. Baljeet. You're 25 and you're feeling it already, eh? Damn. Are there different food hotspots in like Richmond or North? Yeah, man, I would say every city in my area has some really good spots you can go for food. Completely up to you where you want to go though. Eric, honestly, if you have, I think you added me on Instagram already. DM me on Instagram, man. Like I don't want to say I'm a foodie, but I love to eat. I can give you recommendation literally in any city in this region. So, and I literally work in the restaurant industry with as a business person. So, yeah, whatever you like, just DM me. I can give you a genre. You like pho, sushi, Chinese. You want hot pot? You want Italian? Whatever it is, man. Just shoot me a DM. I'll be more than happy to help you. One of my students are actually flying over here from Ontario to visit me while they're doing a marathon and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to be taking him to one of the fancier sushi restaurants here in Vancouver. I'll drop my Instagram again for you guys. Give me a second here. Yeah, if you guys are ever in Vancouver, man, and you guys want some like, suggestions on food, man, I can give you the full Rolodex on food, depending on what you like. That's my Instagram. Oh, gaming, you're from Toronto. Yeah, man, I have a few students from Ontario. They're from the East Coast there. Vancouver is beautiful. Yeah, 100%. The reason why people always want to move here, it's because it's one of the best places to go as far as weather goes. It's the best balance of weather. Like you honestly, if you hear people from other parts of the world when they come to Canada, they'll always say they come here for the weather. Sushi restaurant in Denver. Okay. I've never been to Denver. Denver's Colorado, right? I'm not from the US, so please don't hate me for not knowing where that is. It sounds familiar. Oh, nice. TP hit. There you go. 1R. Let's go. Nice job. Yay, yay. Okay. It's too hot in summer. It's good to get away. Yeah, man. If you're in Arizona, man, like, I don't know how you do it. I know people who love golfing like to go there, but it's brutal, man. Oh, you from in Vancouver as well. I love that there's so many Vancouverites. Yeah, 20 points. 20 points. That was a $400 win on this Take Profit Trader Pro account. Sounds good, Leto. And it looks like I took TP at the right spot because look at what's happening now. And because that Take Profit Trader Pro account was a fairly new one, I'm still in the intraday trailing drawdown period. So technically speaking, right now, if you think about it, this would be really hurting my drawdown right now since it's pulling back. Gold. Look at gold go. Hey, it did exactly what I was talking about earlier. The break and retest of the level. There you go. Nice. Nice. Obviously, I wasn't looking at gold, so I didn't take that trade, but maybe we're going to go up. We're going to push our way to 46.11. Nice, TK. Way to go, man. My win rate usually is 70 to 80% is usual win rate. I'll say 70. I don't want to say 80 because it's not always 80. But my win rate this month has not been great. So if this is your first time hopping in, you'll probably, sorry, if you've been on this for a while, you'll know what I'm talking about. But this month I was actually experimenting around with a scalping strategy. So there were about 3 days this month where I took like 100 trades each day, and so that really hurt my win rate. I'll actually show you the stats really quickly here. Give me a second here. Can you guys, yeah, you guys should be able to see this. So for example, this month, you can see here right now, I have a 62% win rate, which is actually pretty low for me. And you can see why. These 3 days, I was practicing scalp trading, and you can see all those trades. And so that really hurt me, actually. I usually, as you can see on the other days, I usually don't trade that much. I usually don't trade that much at all, actually. So, but yeah, so that's that. And then if you actually take a look at the stats here, so this is this month, last month, what was that? March, at a 71% win rate, 80% win rate, 88% win rate, 79, 85, 81, 77. Anyways, you get the point. That's pretty much what my stats are usually looking like. And the students who work with me, obviously, you know this transparently because I share everything. I basically share anything they ask when I'm with them. So, what made you go long right after taking that small scalp short? Miguel, your question. So I didn't short this scalp. Just to make sure that you're aware, I didn't short this. I actually didn't short it because I didn't feel comfortable shorting that based on, by the time that I had noticed we were bouncing off that my channel, I was already too far gone, so I didn't want to chase the trade. So I actually waited. So I waited to see if we would get this inverse head and shoulder, which is exactly what I commented earlier on. So I took the long instead. Now we've got a few people in the chat that actually caught that short. So obviously solid work on your guys' end. And that was a very valid short, but I just missed it. And so that's a perfect example of someone in the chat asked me the question earlier, Alan, when you miss a trade, do you feel bad? Do you FOMO? No, you literally just saw me. I missed the trade and I left it alone. I didn't touch it, right? So instead, I patiently waited and I stalked the next trade. And so for me, I stalked the long trade, which I caught my 20 points, $400 win right there. Hopefully that answers your question, Miguel. because it is. He would like to. The mountains are less dramatic. Vancouver is easy in the eyes, one of the most beautiful cities in the world. How do you maintain the intraday trailing down TPT Pro while building up before I trade my profits? Yeah, I don't. I just either scalp with size or I hold for larger moves with smaller size. That's pretty much the only way that I can get over that TPT drawdown trade wop. What was I on in April? April? April's this month. Are you talking about this month right now, Lelio? Appreciate the love, guys. Oh yeah, no. That you probably hopped on after the fact, Miguel. I was just explaining to the chat that I had already missed the move, but a couple of my students in the chat, as well as some of the just people who were just participating in the chat, actually hopped into that short trade before I even got the chance to even get to it. So, lucky David. I really I hover between like the least amount of funded accounts I usually have is 3. I usually hover between like 3 to 7. I used to have like 15 plus, but when you individually trade them, you just can't balance them all. And I'm really actually trying to trail back my trading because like last year I took an unbelievable amount of trades and I'm just like honestly burnt out from it. So I'm trying to take less trades. I know it seems kind of crazy that I'm making that comment while I'm literally live streaming with you guys 5 days a week, but believe it or not, I was too obsessed to be honest before. So now I just manage 3 to 7 funded accounts, and I'm very happy doing that. That's more than enough for what I'm doing. Uh, I stopped. Technically, my streams should be done already right now, but I naturally hang on for another 15 minutes just to chat with the gang and also see what the market's doing. Earlier, the break and retest money bag was this level here, man. I mean, we already missed it pretty much, but it's not a clean break and retest just because of like the pullback's not strong enough. But now at this point in time, man, we're reaching for the highs here, man. I wouldn't be comfortable taking anything at this point. I'm just taking a look at the FF indicator as well to see what we've got on gold. Yeah, it's hard, man. I wouldn't know what to do here. This is like no man's land. I don't want to touch this. I would see how we come back up and test the level and opening print up here before we decide anything. So maybe a break and retest above that. Otherwise, I'd be open to shorting this as well. Because in the end of the day, I'm still very bearish on gold. Like I'm not bullish on gold whatsoever. Hey, congrats to Trade Wop. That's awesome, man. Yes, Hernandez, I'm going to be on tomorrow. So this is my time slot, guys. 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to midnight, or if you're in the Eastern Time Zone, 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. I'm here Sunday to Thursday night. This is my session. And then we got my other gang. They stream all the other sessions. So absolutely, if you haven't tuned in before, tune in tomorrow. You can even watch some of the other ones I've done already. I do, because I have the slower session, I do my best to actually answer questions for you guys. Oh, I appreciate that you think I'm crushing it this month, Leo. Believe it or not, this is actually one of my like kind of like weaker months, to be honest. Because I've been there's been so much change in my life recently. So even my trading behaviors and time has changed a lot. And like yeah, my scalping really screwed up my win rate. Not that it really matters in the end of the day because I know my expected value, so I don't harp over that as much as I used to. But it's definitely affected my win rate though. Hey, Deeb. I mean, I'm sharing everything for free right now, to be honest. Like, I'm just talking charts with all you guys. So, but if you're asking like one-on-one coaching for free, no, I don't do that for free. I'm sorry, guys. If you knew what I did for a living and what I do for business clients, I mean, I got to charge for my time. So, if you're looking for one-on-one, it's not free. But if you're talking about hanging on here on stream 5 days a week, talking charts, showing you trades, absolutely, this is all free, man. This is free game. Thanks, gaming. I appreciate it, man. Thanks, Hernandez. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, Malaysia. What's going on, man? I have not been to Malaysia yet, but it's on my to-do list. We are testing my channel again, guys. Will we break? Is this the knock knock on the channel with this inverse head and shoulder that I called out a while ago? Is this the break? Who knows? This could be it. I don't stream anywhere else. I actually before my man Rake reached out to me about hosting this, I had never streamed in my life, so I had like very low expectations on how this was going to work for me. I've only been streaming for 2.5 weeks, and this is the only place I stream. But being good with direction analysis, but bad with putting entries. I would Vanitas. I would be curious because I think that like I've heard people say to me before, "Oh, Alan, I'm always right about my thesis, but I'm always poor with my timing." I find that a very interesting comment that people make. And I say that because, like, just knowing where it can go and executing on when it will go is two different things. Because I feel like you can chart and predict where the market's trying to move, but execution comes down to obviously your ability to read the market, whether it's structure or bar by bar, or depending on what it is that you choose to use. um I think if anything, you need to really back test and look back at your data, man, and see where you're missing out and where those entries are best to be had. Aggie, let's go. Nice. Congratulations, man. Congratulations on passing that lucid. I'm more of a break and retest. I'm not a breakout trader. No problem, man. No problem. I am gonna log off in like 4 minutes, guys. I've already. How many trades have I taken today already on stream? I think I took 3 trades. 3 trades or 4 trades. I've taken one loss. And honestly, if I didn't take that stupid trade, and if you watch this recording, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm literally telling myself I shouldn't be longing, and I longed anyways. But I think other than that mess up, every trade's been a win today. So it's been good. It's been good. Might break my channel finally, though. Yeah, intraday trailing drawdown's rough. Azheng, for me, it's family. Family's everything to me. I have some nice stuff. Don't get me wrong. Like I do. I don't talk about it a lot, but I do. This was actually like one of the things. Again, you'll notice that when you watch my IG, I don't ever post about like fancy cars and like what you call it. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, or like my watches or anything like that. Just because they're like my little things that I like. But I spend most of my money and my time on my family. So traveling the world, seeing great food, eating great food, seeing cultures. I'm all about that. And so if you I would on one of my streams, I actually kind of gave a whole life spiel about kind of where I come from and like my values, why those things are important to me. I've basically these past years I've put all of my siblings in a home. And what I mean by that is I've essentially helped all my siblings with their down payments on their first homes. So for me, that's where I put a lot of my effort and my time. And I do a lot of donation to charities as well. That's where I spend a lot of my money as well. So yeah, that's me. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see it. I actually spend a lot of my time just enjoying food. Like that's my go-to. So I'll drop my Instagram here, guys, again, just for some of the newcomers, and you guys can follow me there and follow the journey. But you'll kind of know what I'm saying. What price have you earned the most from? Surge by most probably Take Profit Trader. I think Take Profit Trader takes the cake for me. And by the way, one of those little things that I would say that I don't talk about a lot and share a lot on Instagram, but things like this. I don't know if you guys can see that. Like Daytona. So like stuff like this. This is the type of stuff that like I have some, but I don't, and it's more so because it's more of a collection of like something I pass on as an heirloom to my family and children. But yeah, I don't, it's nothing I don't you'll never see it as a fancy thing. Let's just say that. I don't flex it on social media. There you go. Here we go. We broke my channel. Inverse head and shoulder. Hope you guys are feeling good about that one. Whoever took that long here, that was beautiful. That was like spot on. Spot on. Look at that go. If my account wasn't an intraday trailing drawdown account, I would have held it, but I couldn't risk it pulling back on me over and over and over again. So if you guys saw from where I took my entry, actually probably I should come over here. I think it was like right here that I took my entry. And right now from the entry, we are at 70 points already. That would have 70 point move. Let's go. All right, guys, it is late. It is late. I got to get some sleep here. I'm going to be up early again, client work and all that stuff. Hopefully you guys found some value. Drop a thumbs up if you guys haven't done that already. Get the algo going so people get to know who this is, who I am, and what the stream's about. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I will be again here tomorrow, and it'll be the last stream of the week before we bring in the weekend. So thank you so much for dropping in, and please tell your friends. Let's spread the word. Let's get these views up and these thumbs up. I'll do another giveaway tomorrow. And yeah, you guys have a great day, morning, night, wherever you are around the world. Thanks for tuning in, gang.